This is a 225 Q&A practice test. Plaintiff attorney, Mr. Knott, capital K-N-O-T-T. Defense attorney, Ms. M.S. period Allen, capital A-L-L-E-N. And we'll start with plaintiff attorney. Ready? Here we go. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Sergeant. You said that when you would take your break, you would go right to the area where Sue and Pam Sharp were, right? And you said, and that was right next to the crusher, right? Near the crusher. Okay, I don't know if you can see there. Maybe it's because this photo is kind of far away from you, but you have been pointing to this area around here, just very close to the pond, as the area where the crusher is, right? Really, I believe that crusher may be more to the left and down. That's a focal point for me to say we were near that area. However, when we parked the staging area, I assume if that's the crusher, we were parked in front of the crusher closer to the pond area, but that's one. Do you want to walk specific area up a little closer to see if this is the crusher down here at the very bottom of the picture? If you would like me to, I could. Well, I would like to clear this up. I want the jury to understand the distance and where exactly you were at. And would you please tell us whether you were down here at the crusher or whether you were up there? I was up here closer to the pond. You were up here, right? That's right where you were standing right next to Pam and Sue Sharp when you would take those breaks, right? I'm not sure if they stayed at that area. I'm referring to that area because that is where I met them. That is where I parked, and then when I would take a break, I would return to that area. Well, sir, didn't you just say that you stood in the exact place that Pam and Sue Sharp stood in and could see the car from that spot, right? I was in the same general area. I did not stand in the same spot. Oh, so you never stood in the same spot where Pam and Sue Sharp stood. Is that what you are now telling us? That would be impossible if they were standing there to stand in the same spot. All right, were you standing in almost the same spot that Pam and Sue Sharp? I believe counsel said the word same spot, but you understand that what we're talking about. I'm not saying you were standing on top of them, right? I was standing in the same general area. Okay, and by same general area, you consider, let me ask you this, if we heard testimony that the distance from the crusher to the car, we have heard testimony that the distance from the crusher to the car is 379 feet. Would you disagree with that or agree with that? That's probably right. Okay, and so the distance from where the crusher is to where you are saying you were, by my estimate, would be at least 100 feet, 75 maybe possible. So you consider standing 75 or 100 feet away from somebody to be in the same general area. Is that what your testimony is? When we're talking, this is such a big area here, I was considering this is the same general area. Okay, just wanted to clarify how precise you are. Okay, now when you first walked up to the car, you said that you approached on the right side, true? Yes, and you didn't have a flashlight with you? No, I did not. But you looked in which window to see if there was a body? The right front side window. Okay, and you saw none, true? Yes, and did you look around to see if there was any keys or anything like that in the car? No. You weren't looking for anything but a body at that time, at that moment, right? Right. And then you walked around the rear over on the left side, yes, all the way up to where the VIN number would be, yes, but you couldn't see any of them. It wasn't clear. Okay, so the question is, could you see any of the VIN number? Yes. Okay, did you report that? Call it in. I can see VIN number, the first four or the last four or anything like that. No, I did not, because as soon as I saw it, was not clear and I could not read the whole VIN. At that time, I already saw Mr. Lewis and Mr. Herman approaching. Okay, and then they were on foot. Is that what you are saying? Or did you see them driving up? I saw the last of them driving up, but what I'm referring to is they were just walking down the path while I was trying to look at the VIN. Well, did you see them when they were walking or did you see them when they were driving? Both. Okay, so you watched them park and then you watched them walk the whole way to where you were. Not the whole time, but I saw them. And did they park up here in this area that you have been circling, or did they park down here closer to the car crusher, lower part of this photo? As we were the first officers there, we were up here more, and the more officers that would arrive would end up being further to the north, which would be closer to the crusher. Okay, and then Mr. Lewis had a flashlight, I believe so. And you said that he walked over and was shining the flashlight. Was he on the left side when he was shining the flashlight in, or he would have been on the driver's side by the front driver's side fender looking at the VIN number? and you were looking in the back window when you saw this photo memory card. Yes, what side of the car were you on at that point? I was in the back of the car. I don't recall if I was closer to the driver's side or the other side. Well, what window did you look through? The back window, the very rear tailgate window. Yes, okay. And you didn't have a flashlight? No, I did not, but you were able to see a photo memory card. About how big was that? I don't recall. I recall the name Beth sticking out. Okay, but we're talking about an item maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches big, something like that. Yes, about that size, yes. All right, we do have a word list. Sharp, capital S-H-A-R-P. Sue, capital S-U-E. Pam, capital P-A-M. Lewis, capital L-E-W-I-S. Beth, capital B-E-T-H. Herman, capital H-E-R-M-A-N-N. And that's it for the word list, and that will conclude our 225 Q&A practice test.